travel to freedom, broken and worn, but they will keep on in the moonlight, the moonlight. The pressure is on, the cold of the season makes it hard to feel, but they persevere for the end game, the end game. I can only wish that one day we'll find the one to keep. The journey is an endless one, to the same love, the same love. Travel to freedom, broken and worn, but they once kept on in the moonlight, the moonlight. I can only wish that one day we'll find the one to keep. The journey is an endless one, to the same love, the same love.
Hello guys, we are back and we have got another game for you. This is... I'm trying to think of the name. King Dave's Stack versus 2 Mangoes Please. So this is going to be our next game and we're already into the draft. So, here we are. There we go. Seamless transition. So, looking at the games thus far, we have got bands out here. Looking at the games, I mean this game, we've got Shadow Fiend and Spirit Breaker band out here. And for 2 Mangoes Please, they have gone more conventional and just taken the Queen of Pain and then the Shrek out. And first picked the Undying. Second time we've seen Undying make it through the bands, and it has been picked up.
Yeah, it's the second time we've seen the Spirit Breaker second ban as well, and you weren't too sure of it first time. What do you think about it now?
Yeah, I think with the Spirit Breaker, especially if you take like a weaker, more susceptible to ganks mid, it's like, okay, we can ban him out. It's frustrating to play against as well, because obviously you've got the global presence behind it, and it can be an issue to just play around it. But yeah, 2 Mangoes Please. So they've got the Undying. They're looking at their second pick now. Looking at favourite heroes still in the pool, there's still the Gyro. There's the, well, Clinks. We saw it last game in the hands of Gronas. Let's see how 2 Mangoes Please can do with it. This could be pretty nasty. We saw the early aggression. You farm up a little bit, you get like a couple of items. We're talking Tread, Soul Ring, Desolator, then you just kill anyone on the map.
Now, this is an elimination match, is it?
You might want to check on the actual bracket itself. I think this is for the... See who... yeah, just check. Is this one of the tiebreaker ones, or...?
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, anyway, whilst you're checking that, I'll quickly continue on with the draft. So we have got, obviously, a more prepared man as myself would check this beforehand, but, you know, it's fine. So, Lena is the second pickup here. We're probably going to see a support leader. Well, I say that, with Winter Wyvern, maybe, maybe not. Antab did play core Lena last game.
Okay, so this is a tiebreaker for second place in Group A.
Ah, right, so the tiebreaker, cool. And isn't there 2 tiebreakers? So the winner of this plays the Rasta 8 Owl, or no, that's wrong. They're in another group, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, these 2 are the only drawing ones in the group.
Ah, haha, right, okay. Got ya. Okay, so ban out from King Dave's stack is the Lion, which they are pretty big fan of. So obviously, Lion, you get that blink hex, and you can catch anyone out, and it'll be particularly nasty when you get caught. And you got the backup of obviously all this damage from like a Clinks and stuff. You can just invisibly roam around the map. So looking at the picks out so far, man, we see a Phantom Lancer being banned out. Now, Phantom Lancer is one of those heroes that if you don't have the team to deal with him, well, not maybe the team, the draft to deal with him, it's kind of a pain for them, you know.
Yeah, well, you look at the 2 bans. They've got the PL and the Brood, and it's sort of a fear of being swarmed.
Well, they are going to pick Bloodseeker for their call there. 2 mangoes, please. Bloodseeker has been banned quite a few times, and I gotta say, it's actually pretty fun to watch. Like, you start to get the first up, you could be farming one lane, realise there's a team fight going on, and get there so quickly that it's pretty scary to have to consider in the fights.
Yeah, the Bloodseeker cleanup is quite exciting, especially if you've got like 5 guys on low health. Just sit between one or the other, gobbling up kills.
And Zeus as well. So there's potential. Obviously, there's no longer that bloody heaven where you have the Bloodseeker amp up the Zeus. It's global, but you can still amp up a Zeus in the middle of a team fight and use the ultimate within close range. That's still very, very nice. But this is obviously just little bits and pieces to consider, where Klings could be given the damage amp as well from Bloodseeker, and he just comes down stealth and just murders someone instantly. But Clockwork's going to be nice to try and catch out that Zeus, force him to get a 4-staff early-ish. Can isolate these heroes quite well with like Lena's help to just get the kills. So next pick up here, and it's Storm Spirit. Nice. Yeah, this is the first Storm Spirit. I've said Storm Spirit would be quite nice here a few times, but this is the first time we see it picked.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Clinks now, and you said earlier you're not a fan of the Orchid build.
Right, yeah.
What do you reckon about it in this game?
Well, it's got a lot more value this game, and well, with the Lena, the Storm Spirit, the Clock, it could actually do quite a lot. So we're going to be looking at the last ban out here. Soup, what do you think the last ban out here would be? This is for Dave's team, King Dave Experience. That's not their name, but they banned out Ogre. You took too long to answer, mate. They banned out Ogre. Good job. You were the master analysis panel there, and you let me down. Anyway, so 2 mangoes, please, will be going for the next pick. And looking at their lineup at the moment, so they've got the Clinks, the Bloodseeker, and the Zeus. You could argue it's a little bit more greedy. We talked about Clinks not needing that many items, though, so he farms up a bit, then he can kind of sit back and let other people get items. But then again, with a Bloodseeker, you're not really farming that much either. You want to get a couple of items from there, you can get through it. A Dazzle would be a nice pickup with what Soup is telling me now, and I gotta agree with you. The amount of potential you can get, obviously Bloodseeker being Shadow Graved and then able to get a kill with the amp into healing yourself up is huge. The minus armor, you've already talked about Cleats, get a Desolator, very, very nice, as well as Dazzle just being an all-round nice support. And you can maybe go through a more aggressive laning phase there. They go for Venge. Okay. Works quite well against the Clock as well, able to slop these people out who's getting isolated. Quest, if you wanted to sit out on the cast, we could have Soup tag team in. This is a special casting. It's up to you.
Yeah, we'll give a Soup cast.
Yep, right. Soup, go on down. And I believe there is push to talk on that computer to try and eliminate some SG. So hopefully you can have a good one. Right. Okay. See you later then, Quest. And so we are tagging in. So Soup, how are you?
I'm great. Well, I just played for 2 hours, so.
Oh right. How was your last game? Obviously this is different from this game, but how was your last game?
It lasted an hour and 20 minutes, plus half an hour of pauses. It was Tinker versus Ember Spirit. It was draining.
Oh no. Move your microphone a little bit closer to your mouth, mate.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Okay, cool. So last pick up here for the King Dave team. What do you think? What are you thinking is going to be the nice thing to tie it together? Oh, something actually I didn't think about. Sorry, not to ask you a question that immediately go over it, but they've also got the Bloodseeker Rupture into swap, which is a nice little bit of bonus damage. But carry on, what were you saying?
Depends if that Lena support or not, which it appears to not be.
No, yeah. Okay.
No, it is. It is a support Lena.
Wow, we're gonna see the core Wraith King. I haven't seen that. Well, I haven't seen any UK people play it in God knows. So yeah, Liam will be taking that Lena support. We're gonna have the Antab Storm Spirit. I was asking this question earlier, and I wasn't too sure. Do you know how? Do you know if he's been playing much Storm Spirit? Because I can't say I've seen Antab on the Storm much.
Antab loves Storm Spirit to death. He does.
Good
it's one of
stuff.
his most played by a mile.
Ah, nice, nice. Ah, see, well, I didn't know this. This is my ignorance showing.
Who's observer, by the way?
I am the observers. Don't worry about your camera. Don't panic. So, let's go through the teams. So on the Radiant we have 2 Mangoes right, if I actually say it properly, 2 Mangoes please. It's been a long day. Right, Burge will be playing that Clinks. We've got Mickey Burr on the Undying, Magic Turtle on the Zeus, Jalubi on the Vengeful Spirits, and of course Sean on the Bloodseeker. Would you want to do the honours on the Dire?
Yeah, we've got King Dave playing Wraith King, Kennedy, who is their stand-in for this tournament after their player dropped out, that's Clockwork, Antab on the Storm Spirit, Potato on the Wyvern, and Liam on his Lena. Nice.
Well, that's what we could see. He's already got a smoke on him, so he's keen to go for these rotations. And Liam promised me big Light Strike arrays this tournament. So far, he hasn't played Lena in games I've been watching, so he's been a liar. And let's see if anything... Nope. Nope, no. That's not happening. So it's just a sec being called out. If he's paused to order pizza, I'll be livid. Unless he's ordering me some pizza, then I'm going to be happy. So...
If you look at the Radiant draft, completely revolves around getting heroes low on health. If you look at this offlane, I've got the Clinks and the Undying. Clinks is great at doing that from a distance, and Undying obviously loves low health heroes.
Yeah.
And then to top it off, you have this Bloodseeker and obviously the Zeus, who does that job fantastically well.
Yeah, it's kind of nice, and this. Oh, they are actually ordering the dummies. One sec. Let me just say it. Order for me as well, please. There we go. See, we are professionals. I'm Hank Marvin. I mean, come on. I never get any respected, dude. It's so rude. Right. Okay.
So I think they wanted to start every fight at advantage already because they're going to reduce the health of the enemy heroes straight off the bat and get that Tombstone going, the Bloodseeker going with the first skill.
Yeah, and obviously, even if they're not in the lane as we were talking about, having the ability for him to just win his lane by other people harassing is huge.
Oh, of course, yeah, this Bloodseeker is going to have such a big advantage every time the offlane starts to do work.
Enchanted Mango coming out on the chicken, so the courier is coming out for them. Going to be nice for the Undying, just having that mango for the extra mana. But looking at the rotation, we will see that their team is just running a train down bot, making sure nothing goes amiss. And they are going to get that bounty for Antab.
I'm not sure if they're looking for a fight or not. The problem with this level 1 gank is the first man in is King Dave, and obviously he's their carry player.
Yeah.
Typically you'd want a support to be leading the line in this situation. You don't want your carry dead in the first instance of the game.
Well, looking at how they're laning it, do you think this aggression's going to pay off? Because obviously they've got the King Dave, so they've got the double stun. Looks like Potato is currently rotating up towards top, and there's going to be Antab getting that bounty up. But
is this a dual lane setup, do you think?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go 2-1-2 by judging from Potato's rotation. Or it could be, yeah, I think he has actually just placed the wall to come back. So if they go this tri-lane against the Bloodseeker, you talked about having a nice time. He's not going to have a nice time if he can't go near the creeps. That is the way to do it. You shut him down so he can't get a single creep kill. You can't heal yourself up, but especially if you're getting double stunned every time you go in. This could be the way to lock the Bloodseeker down.
Looks like they're rotating the supports back down to bot lane as well now to deal with it.
Yeah, so they are reacting to it, and it looks like they are going to just leave the Clinks to be laning up against the Clockwork for now, unless they want to TP him around later. So, Liam on the side will miss the stun. First stun of the game missed from him. Obviously, Jalubi taking a hell of a lot of harass. That would have been first blood if he landed it. Unfortunately, didn't get it off. Now, Mickey Burr gets a double decay off. Has got another stun available on Liam, but just going to be backing out there. Those slaps are so strong. And they will just continue back to the tower and the safety that it provides. Decay will hit onto all-1 there.
So we're really seeing the strengths of the two different lanes here. If you look at the Lina and the Wyvern have that ridiculous range on both their heroes to Rasmus resistance, but obviously the Undying just being so difficult for them to kill and really getting in their faces.
Yeah, like you say, he may have the long range harass, but the Undying every time he comes in just gets so much strength. Like he's at 1k health already, just stacking up that decay, and that's just the benefit of going against the tri-lane. You can kind of guarantee that you're going to get at least some double decays off. Now, Sean's a trial. There's going to be the stun. There's one hitting onto him. The Mickey Bear will sword. Obviously, he just has to throw slaps out onto the Lina, but the Bloodseekers actually get the movement speed from Lina being so low. Obviously, he's popped it south, but now King Dave's going to turn. This is going to be first blood happening against them. Mickey Bear still standing. Could drop the tombstone. He does. Liam's got nowhere to run. Could buy a TP and try and TP out. Jalubi doesn't have the mana to stun. Does in 3 mana. Needs to pop his clarity. Well, they get it with the auto attacks anyway. Incredibly close. Double kill going the way of 2 mangoes, please. Not the start this Tridane was looking for. 455 gold going the way of the Radiant there. Man, what was your thoughts on how that fight went down? Is it just a case of the execution happening there? Like, Dave has now rotated up to top, so obviously he's had enough not wanting to fight into it. But now look...
It was always going to be risky, but they had to go at level 1. They couldn't let that tombstone. They couldn't let the Undying get to level 2 because then they just won't be able to go at all. But unfortunately, with King Dave dying, it gave him the XP required, so it was honestly a disaster on their part.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Like, as soon as that tombstone was on the playing field, it was like, oh man, what is happening? Looking at Liam, though, in that fight, do you think that him staying around and getting hit low and given the extra movement speed, maybe he should have retreated? It's one of those hindsight calls, maybe, but there's now going to be a stun on Clinks. Follow that out with the Light Strike Array. Clinks not getting hit by the tower, still have some of that sight onto him. It goes to 49 HP, but he's got a salve on him, so he's not even going to have to go all the way home. And obviously the tri-lane has rotated again, as we were saying. Soul Ring now out onto Mickey Burr.
King Dave's going to have some major trouble here. He's a strength hero with 2 armor. He's going to have major issues going against the Clinks and the Undying.
Clinks stealths up just to get stuns. That's okay. Sentry dropped, however, too little, too late, and he's walking back. Does have a set of tangos, so he's pretty low, but he's got some tangos at least. Rotation, middle, and tab could be getting caught because obviously he's not quite level 6 yet, but it looks like Vengeance just rotating all the way up to top. So it's just a case, yeah, we'll bounce our lanes around, but we'll just mirror you. They're happy to do that because whilst this is going on, Bloodseeker is just constantly farming. Okay, he's second on last hits, and obviously Clinks has had a nice time as well. But King Dave is the person who's paying the price from this.
I very much doubt Antab's going to die from this point onwards in his lane. His skill build is questionable. I think there's a reason behind it, I'm sure, but I've not seen this in a very long time.
Yeah, the scaling of the electric vortex.
It's important to keep the Bloodseeker in one burst and the Clinks as well. They're extremely speedy heroes. But yeah, this is something that is definitely a blast from the past.
Could you order me any meat pizza with a cheese crust? Thank you, and I'll pay you. Cheers. Sorry, this is a professional cast, and Gronos, thank you, mate. I'm joking. Thank you. I am very hungry, guys. Sorry about that. So, yes, what were we talking about? You were talking about the storm and the lockdown required for the fast heroes. Is that right?
Yeah, it's really limiting his damage output, but ideally with the Lina also hitting level 6 at some point soon. At some point. And the Wyvern obviously does quite a lot of damage to these heroes with his Q and the fights. He's leveling that as well. He might not need the points in Q and E.
Yes, well, it's going to be... Well, we'll see if it plays off. I'm not too sure at the moment. Like, Jalubi, you was standing here middle at the moment. Like you said, though, it should be no threat of him dying because he's hit level 6, and obviously there's a slow projectile. So he should be feeling safe and secure. But he is happy. Nice. So we've got Mickey Burr up here with the Clinks, ready to just harass anyone down. Now there's the zip in from Antab, grabs onto the Clinks before he stealths. Unfortunately, doesn't finish it off in time, but there's going to be a sentry, so he's got the side. Mickey Burr now getting focused, did drop the tombstone, but it doesn't matter. Gets a decay off, and he's still going to get focused. Stuns out, guns out, he's down.
And King Dave just surviving as the tombstone goes down as well.
Yeah, a lot of first movement speed onto Bloodseeker. Look at him down bot, 727 movement speed, all that damage. That's why you could see Clockwork's just standing back at the tower, soured up. He's like, I can't go near that, man.
And we really saw there the Clinks nearly hits 400 movement speed with just 1 point in that skeleton walk, and the lockdown from Antab there really useful in securing the kill.
Yeah. Yeah, it pays off. And he has got a regen on him now. So, zipping around. Obviously, Zeus going back towards the middle. Did have his ultimate, which he didn't use in that fight. King Dave only went... Actually, I think King Dave had enough HP, so yeah, he does hold his ultimate. Interesting to see him not...
It would have been close.
Yeah, it would have been close. I think we could agree that much. So, Magitail's just going to be grabbing the bounty down bottom, going in and seeing if he can top that up and potentially catch the Clockwork, but no, the Clockwork doesn't come around. Clockwork's being forced back into these from these lanes. His level-wise, he's struggling, level 4. Couple that up to the Clinks, who's going to hit level 6 soon. And it's nasty. Antab heading down bot, wants to get the Bloodseeker. If Bloodseeker keeps himself amped and is available to catch, this is nice. Now the Midas on Bloodseeker, what's your thoughts on this? I'm not convinced that it's always necessary.
I think it doesn't really suit with their team with the playstyle they're looking for, I don't think, but at this time I think I don't see many problems with it. Besides that,
well, yeah, it's
hard to say at this point in the game if it's going to work out or not.
No, yeah, I think that's fine. Like,
but he's happily farming, so for the moment it's probably going to be beneficial to him. But we'll have to see what Antab's team if they decide to punish it or not.
Yeah, because if he's able to get it off, Magic Tail in mid game, focused down, Liam's here with a stun, catches onto him, the Zeus throws out the Oi, Antab was unable to dodge the stun, and they turn it into a kill, turn it into a double! It started with a gank onto Magic Turtle, and he just gets 2 kills delivered to his door. Oh, King Dave's team cannot catch a break.
That was really unfortunate for Liam, but with no points as passive on level 3, he was just tickling the heroes there with his right clicks.
Right, let me turn you up a little bit slightly, so continue just, right. Okay, hopefully this is okay. So, speak now. Just say so it doesn't.
Is that better?
Yeah, okay, hopefully that's better. I just turned you up slightly, as I think you just speak a little bit quieter than Quest is also, it was set up fine, but don't worry, no issues.
So if we look at the lanes, only Antab on the Dio is really getting anything out of his lane. Everyone else is struggling massively. King Dave especially is having problems compared to where he should be.
Yeah, he's... up top.
Opening up on 2k net worth on him.
Sentry's been dropped. Mickey Bear's happy to drop a tombstone in 3 seconds. Obviously, it's kind of just Thronton at the moment because they don't know he doesn't have it. Liam has got the stun available as well as obviously having a smoke, but to go through the rotation, we see Antab coming around up top, and this could be what they need. Stun's available. That hits onto him before he gets the tombstone down again. King Dave's in trouble. Will be healed up. The tombstone's going to be there, but that's going to mean zombies are stacking up onto King Dave, but they can just focus them down. Mickey Bear, not quite down on the back lines, walks into a sentry. Not quite enough with that auto attack. It should be. No, unfortunately, doesn't get off now. There's a rupture onto Antab. This is going to turn into a disaster. Antab goes down, and Potato as well. This is what happens when a Bloodseeker just appears with 800 movement speed. Zeus, oh, he's on the back lines. That's another kill. Now, Lena's in trouble. He goes down. It's a double kill. It's going to be a team wipe 10 minutes into the game. Kennedy goes down. Triple kill for Magic Turtle.
That was huge, yeah. Team wipe at this point in the game is so big for the Radiant.
I kind of like... The last hits aren't showing the picture, just like these net worths. We've got the Bloodseeker, the Zeus staying arm and arm net worth. And then after that, you got the Storm Spirit. Obviously, Antab had a pretty nice side middle up until that exchange top. And now... You've got 4 of the two mangoes, please, in the top 5. It's not what you want to see if you're the King Dave's team.
Yeah, definitely. This game really could not have gone much worse for them so far. They're 7 kills behind, and the net worth chart really just tells the whole story. There's such a big gulf between the teams right now.
Well, they are going to be pushing down this tower middle, and obviously we've got Jalubi just sitting on the haste, and this could be a rune which allows Magitel to go for something more. And he does go for that 4-staff. I said about when you've obviously got the clock against you, you want to be looking into getting a 4-staff just to get through it, just like negate the hero a little bit. And Tab's going to be rotating down towards bottom. They do know that their people are waiting, so... They're being careful. Kennedy's just waiting for the hookshot opportunity. Going onto the hookshot on the tower, risky. You've got TP rotation available from their whole team, as well as a haste rune on Zeus's bottle.
William's still level 4, in the lane with the clockwork, so even if the clockwork gets in, there's no guarantee they're going to get a kill on anyone. Really lacking damage from the team at the moment, especially with Antab going their way, building the way he has.
Yeah, they wanted the lockdown, but he zips forward. He's got to get the stun out. Unfortunately, no, he's not letting it fly. It's actually just got to finish it before he gets stunned. No, will still get stunned. It's going to be ruptured in sides. Will pull out of it and now get finished off by the Zeus. And he goes down. The Zeus with the haste, may I add, so he's going to run after Liam as well. The Cogs will buy him time, but the zombie finishes off Liam. Kennedy's dead as well. It's another 3 people dead. And what are they making space for? A Wraith King who's not even level 6, doesn't have treads, and has to walk back into the pool. Look how low he is. Zeus doesn't have his ulti up for 68 seconds, so at least they've got some mercy. But, oh
going
man.
for the 4-star first item. Pretty typical against the clockwork to build in one of your cores to build a 4-star.
Yeah, like I was saying, it really helps negate the hero, because else you're going to get constantly caught, and it's just, why you have to worry about playing around it. And this is going to be a tier 1 getting finished up now. And Dime will just slap that tower and finish it off. So at least Wraith King finishes his treads, but still doesn't have his ult. Like, Bloodseeker's going to be hitting level 10 soon. And I said about will the Midas pay off, will they punish him? But ever since he's bought the Midas, they've been winning every fight. And as well as him leading the farm, there's nothing they can really do at the moment to punish him.
Yeah, what can entities do exactly? They can't really gank anyone. There's no one they can really kill with any ease. Even Avengers cause issues sort of if they were to go on them. 2
mangoes, please. Ready to come in middle. Yeah, I agree. They've got to try. Like, what can they do at the best case situation? Antab's got plenty of mana to zip back, and obviously they've got to be careful that that's the guy they want to go on. So Mickey Burr's just got to walk down the river with his smoke, and worst case he'll just pop it.
Interesting skill build from Mickey Burr here, maxing the sword whip, but still that's all about getting those heroes low to start with, just that big nuke, get them down, get double seeking more damage.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I thought about that too much, but we'll see that Kennedy is just going to get focused down here and dies. And again, it's another catch which just goes down, so, hey. They will finish this off, go for another tower middle. So this is going to be their second tier 1. And obviously there's no tier 1s been taken by King Dave's team yet. So this is more gold going their way. Looking at the gold, the net worth, 10k 13 minutes in.
It's absolutely gigantic. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
really struggling to stay way back from this.
7,500 XP as well.
Only Antab at a remotely decent level. Winter Wyvern, the second highest level on the team.
Yeah, that's surprising. I think that's because of how the exchanges he came out near enough on top with the assists and not dying straight away. So does have Winner's Curse. A big Winner's Curse onto one of the people with a lot of kills here, like Zeus, get the kill spree. Maybe that could be something.
Oh, definitely, yeah. The Bloodseeker's going to tear everyone apart on his team if he gets caught in it too.
And they will go for this tower.
There is a Blood Rage on the Clinks as well. That's an incredible amount of damage coming out.
Absolutely insane when you think about it. As well as like Clinks going low, you can just be healing up from that. It's kind of nice, because obviously you're in the low state when you don't pop your ult, come out of it. I gotta say, Bloodseeker in this lineup, 2 mangoes please. I really like this. I really like Bloodseeker full stop, but fan of their draft, I think that's safe to say. Whereas I'm not seeing the Wraith King as much. It may be a case of just because of how badly it's gone for them to start. It's like, Wraith King's not exactly the fastest flash farmer, so...
Oh, here's Liam risking getting caught out. He is invisible. Hoping the Zeus isn't going to try and bolt a camp or anything similar.
Yeah, that would be very unfortunate if he's caught on the side. Zeus, oh, he will actually spot out the Liam's there, but obviously Burge will just be back up here top. Kennedy was ready with a hook shot. They do have a sentry down, but they're not walking into anyone at the moment.
And once again, the skill build from Kennedy too. Not one that allows a huge amount of damage to come out. They're really lacking in that department. Yeah,
maxing up that flare and just going for that. Checking what... I don't know. They've only got 3 kills. It's not like that was all their game was about, just going for the kills. But it feels like there would have to be some major, like, misplays from 2 mangoes, please, to give them the sort of boost they need to start taking the momentum on the King Dave squad. And they go for a Shadow Blade on the Bloodseeker.
But with this kind of draft, with the very much about running at people, there is potential for misplays there.
Yeah, Antab getting caught. Will zip back, not finished up in time. And will just be standing under his tower. Not hit by the rupture or anything, so he could just walk back to the pool. And actually will just TP himself out. So Shadowblade himself up, gets a couple of slaps onto him, and then the Storm Spirit went even lower. Insanity.
Liam is looking for that level 6 desperately in the bot lane. He's been level 5 for a long time now.
Level 6 at 60 minutes into the game, and he's not level 6. It's
On such that hero, it's so important as well.
yeah, because it could be the difference between killing the Zeus. Like that's a 7 kill spree as we were talking about. Kill the Bloodseeker as well. You can start getting something back from these fights. Wraith King did hit 6. He's actually currently level 7. Get Blade Mail up onto him, and okay, you're gonna see. Like, if you Blade Mail the Blood right, Blade Mail Zeus, there's going to be some damage flying out, but they're happy to just tear through towers. Are we going to maybe see a hook shot? But I think if he hook shots in, he just dies. Kennedy can't really go for this sort of a play now.
He's just finished his power treads as well, so ideally he'd be looking at having a force stuff or something similar so he could get in and get out again without dying. He will die very quickly if he does go in.
This is... Look how far King Dave's down the net worth as well. The Venge is nearly equal to him. And I don't just want to be here, you know, like, saying about how grim it looks, but the lanes went so well for 2 mangoes, please. I think that's what it all comes down to. Bloodseeker? Maybe, obviously they have got a lot of sentries down for the Clinks and the Bloodseeker. If they catch someone out like that, we could be looking at the fights change.
So what do you see as Dave's item to be? I think he's going for a Blade Mail, and that seems reasonable, but after that he's going to have to build something major.
I assumed he was going to go for his original plan was like a Blade Mail Radiance, but at this point, like the Zeus will just be able to kill him by himself, and I don't know, he's going to have no armor if you think about the Clinks just tearing into him. It's insanity.
He definitely needs some armor urgently. Just that Blade Mail isn't going to be enough against this team.
Well, Clinks continues to push up top. Did go for the Medallion first rather than building the Deso, then go back for Medallion, or having the Venge build the Medallion on the team. Interesting to see that the Venge goes for the Urn instead, and will now be, well, just not be getting a Soda Crest up top. Antab catches onto Verge. There's no dust, and there's no threat of him dying, so Antab's just going to stay back.
And Antab almost completely out of mana already. I'm surprised the Radiant didn't go, but maybe they were aware of these nice grouping of heroes, ready to pounce on them if they did.
There's now a mech onto Undying. So you think about how they weren't winning the team fights for King Dave's team before. Now, Mickey Burr with the mech, it looks like they won't be winning a fight for a long time. So King Dave ready to rotate around towards bottom, has got the stun available, but he's going to be walking straight into Jalubi. No, Jalubi will just back out, so they won't go into each other there. Like, Sean on the Bloodseeker could try and just Shadow Blade forward. Obviously they could have sentries, but right now they don't. He doesn't know that, so he's playing a little bit more cautiously.
I think it is getting a bit more slow paced now, but Dire obviously been very cautious. And I think Radiant just want to choke out the Dire without really giving him a chance to get back in.
Sean casted the Rupture, cancelled it. This time unleashed it onto King Dave. King Dave does have that ultimate available. Walks forward, gets a stun off, then goes down. Mickey Bear's going to be slowed, does have the tubes there. They're trying to focus him down. It has to go all or nothing. Swapped out. Can they actually kill him? The Gouda Braid's there. Mech's up. He's still not dead. Drops the Tuesday. He's healed up again. They threw everything they could at him, and they still can't take him down. Mickey Bear still standing. 2 people dead. Gonna be 3. Mickey Bear doesn't die. The rest of the team go down. Winter's Curse used Potato and Antab get away to tell the tale, and it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, they dropped everything on that Undying, but he was saying his full magic wand, he had a mech, he had Soul Rip, he had Urn Charge from the bench. It was just never killing him there.
Absolutely brutal, dude. Well, they've got... Actually, yeah, there's enough of that. They've lost the tier 2, 20 minutes in now. Bloodseekers just Shadow Blading about. See if he can fight anything else. There's going to be the Bounty Ring grabbed. And they could go for Roshan as well, like Medallion plus Desolator Clinks, and if they want to amp him as well, Roshan will melt. And then you're thinking about trying to take a fight into the Aegis. I see what they did. They couldn't half commit for the Undying. But I don't know. It's maybe they shouldn't have.
Yeah, I think the Zeus would have made a better target, to be honest. Or maybe even the Bloodseeker, but really focusing down on Undying can be often disastrous for them. That hero has so much potential to turn a fight around on you.
Yeah, yeah, it really does, and we saw that in the last fight. Has maxed out the Tombstone now as well, and we talked about the Roshan being taken down. Here we go. Say goodbye to Roshan. As he absolutely melts.
And Blood Rage and Medallion on the Clinks.
Yeah.
Incredible amount of damage by the sound coming out there.
Absolutely murdered. BKB is going to be purchased onto the Bloodseeker very shortly.
And that's another 4-staff coming out now on the bench. That's 2 4-staffs, and you have to think, what is this Clockwork going to achieve this game now?
Man, it's brutal how bad this has gone for them. Like, do you think it's just outdraft, or do you think execution?
I think mostly execution. The only thing I'd really have a question with on the dice side is the Wraith King pick. But
Yeah.
it was last picked, is that correct?
Yes.
And I think the Radiant were very heavy on banning out carry heroes
Yeah.
on the draft. But
believe
yeah,
you're right.
it's partially draft, but I'd say mostly execution. They played this almost perfectly throughout the game. Already dropping 3 heroes over 20 minutes.
Yeah.
With several heroes on the team extremely squishy in the other game as well. Zeus, Clinks.
Yeah, they threw a lot at trying to kill Clinks. Sentry's been used. Not that much dust. I guess he did go away from Sentries a few times, but I guess they were trying to just try and catch what they can. And they're trying to cogs it back. There's now the blame up on Wraith King, but he still doesn't have his ulti up for 84 seconds, and even then he doesn't have level 11, so that's now a tower going down. He's still got Aegis. Uncharged are able to keep it going. Sentry now replaces the tower, but tier 3's down. Aegis is available. They're happy to go in shortly. They've got quite a lot to clear the creeps with the Dragon Slayer, the Splinter Blast, etc.
Yeah, the difference between the different levels of the Red King ult is huge. 100 seconds is gigantic. Especially when you're playing against a team like this, heavily aggressive and such, it's a huge time to move out your ultimate.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. With Antap, he seems eager to try and get a catch, but they were just standing back together. And you mentioned the 4 stuffs, you're mentioning what can they catch. Like, you've got Swap 4 stuff, you've got the Undying with all the heals. And yeah, Soul Rips and...
Yeah, Soul Rip, not Soul Ring.
No, that's fine. I won't tell what you're trying to say. Yeah.
I'm surprised to see this coming out from the Undying. I don't know what he's building here. I expect to see Guardian Greaves, but it could be an Aghanims. It could be a BKB, or maybe a Silver Edge. It could be a lot of things, but I honestly expect to see the Guardian Greaves coming out here.
They are very far ahead, so I think they can go for something a little bit more outside the box if they wanted to. So it doesn't matter too much there. Okay, so they are now going to be pushing up high ground. This is the potential for a fight. Winner's Curse is available. If this side doesn't hit him, Rupture will be onto Potato. So Potato is trying to hold his own. Sean does have Aegis available. Now going to be used up, going into the cogs onto him, knocks him off to the side. Kennedy's going down. Antap tries to zip in, works off Birch, but he can't get it. King Dave with the Blade Mail goes down, and they just focus him up, gets the Laguna Blade, gets the kill, and that is going to be it there.
I think Potato in that fight played it extremely. I think he made a massive mistake by putting himself into the Cold Embrace.
Yeah, I
especially
think
when they were perfectly grouped up for an ultimate, and he was still had a fair amount of health. He probably would have died straight after casting it, but it would have been a lot better than sitting in the Cold Embrace in the fight.
I felt like he thought he was going to die, and if he can't get anything off, but at this point they are just getting run over. Liam will get a stun off onto Purge. Unfortunately, the Gouda Blade's already been used. 40 seconds till it comes out, and this is going to be another tower going down now. So, oh man, this is Arax falling.
I don't think there's any way back at this point for the team. They just don't have the damage to put down any of their heroes really.
Yeah, Clockwork can't move from the Rupture.
The racks, and I very much doubt Antop's team will be able to do anything about it.
King Dave has his ultimate up as well, but this is it. The King Dave going down. This is just more and more focus. Potato going down as well. They're all just trying to come in. But what more can they do? Antop's got no mana left. This is a second Rax. It's going to be a third Rax. It's going to be Megas. It is going to be GG. Jalubi could go down. Could they at least get another kill? Yes, they can. At least they make their kills up from 3 to 4. But there's the GG called. Good game, well played.
In 25 minutes, Liam instantly disconnects.
He's very hungry. I know that much because he ate at the same time as me, and I'm feeling the hunger.
And I'll be honest, I'm shocked at how I expected a close game. I honestly thought Antep would be the favourite, but that was a complete walkover.
2 mangoes, please. Really just came in, they saw, they conquered. They stomped that game.
Very impressive performance from. I can't name a specific player. That was really good.
Magic Turtle in particular, he got away from quite a few fights, but it was a close exchange in a lot of it. And I got to say, yeah, the whole team played very well together. You could tell they were working well, they were communicating everything, and they were staying and just making sure they protected each other. So that's this game. We are going to be going into another game. Surely let me just throw us over to this screen. Hello again. Welcome back. If you want to swing yourself with a shot, there's Soup. And obviously, I'm Rusts. That's not Questex, by the way, but do you have a Twitter? Do you have a Twitter? Because it says at Questex. What's your Twitter? At Dota Soup. Right, so I'm going to quickly throw it onto music, and we're going to have a brief break, and then we'll go to another game, and hopefully I can shove some food down my gullet before anyone notices. So, more UK Dota coming shortly. Well, shortly. At some point in the future.